Fiadh Maguire.
My name is Jack Maguire.
My name is Arann Maguire and I am head coach of MMA Cork. MMA Cork is a martial arts gym. We cater for everybody, all walks of life, from complete beginners who've never played sport in their life, never mind that haven't done any martial arts before, all the way up to professionals, professional fighters, people who are athletes and want to, take their competition to the next level of it.
I suppose MMA Cork is an MMA gym, like every other gym in terms of, from the outside looking in, just an MMA gym, but from being on the inside, MMA Cork is a gym that is open to absolutely everybody, and there's loads of different types of people, all walks of life are in here, and it's a very, very level playing field for everyone to train in.
So I started when I was 13, when Arann forced me to come up to the gym. So yeah, 9 years.
I think 8 or 9 years, I think 9 years.
I have been training for a while. Almost 14 years of just training solidly MMA.
I've been helping out teaching for the last maybe 5 years, 6 years. Teaching advanced classes, teens classes, some of the beginners classes, taught the kids. I've taught loads of classes.
You've done everything.
I've taught them all.
I teach everything. I'm kind of the person that jumps in whenever people need it, and yeah, I'm an all-rounder.
I teach mostly the advanced classes, and then I also I help out with the beginners courses, and I teach some of the teens classes as well.
I'm a PT coach as well, so I do one-to-one sessions or 2-to-1 just for people who either want some extra help with their MMA if they're in the classes already, or people just looking for fun, exercise, pad work, or are kind of just too nervous to join a group setting just yet and want to get started into things a bit slower.
What separates us will be the fact that everyone is very relaxed and friendly. There's no egos. I find a lot of the time, as people get better, they start to think that they're better than everybody else, or so when you come into our class, the advanced competitors will be saying hello to you, asking how you are. Nobody's more important than anybody else. Everyone's there to help.
I think our gym just has a really good attitude towards jumping in, not taking ourselves too seriously. We'll hop into whatever competition there is going.
Kind of how easygoing and how kind of smooth it is for everyone to come into the gym and just be part of the atmosphere.
It's the main thing I always wanted, because I had to deal with, when I was growing up, I had to go to a lot of different gyms to obviously learn all the different martial arts, and it was usually the same thing where you get stared at, no one would talk to you, nobody was that friendly, So of all the things that I wanted, that was the main thing that I'm quite proud of.
9 years ago with Arann, and he was training in MMA Cork. He just would go off and do Thai boxing himself, then he'd do boxing himself, then do jiu-jitsu himself, and then he was jumping into MMA fights himself. He was just kind of mixing it all up. I was given the opportunity to set up an MMA class just in the jiu-jitsu gym maybe 2 or 3 times a week. Started teaching classes there, and that's how it started.
We've become a lot smarter with our training, and that's just for the kind of higher competitive people. It's always been a friendly environment for people who've just wanted to hop in and train 2-3 days a week, but as much for the fight team, I think now we've started looking a bit deeper into things like conditioning, nutrition, being smarter with our training. So I think we've come a long way from just turning up to training and then going to the fight then on the weekend.
Everyone's way better than I was. I started, you had one background. First time I ever saw a cage was when I was fighting in one, and I was terrified. Whereas now, even the teens know more than I used to back then when I started.
From the early days, an absolute massive difference. We had maybe 2 days during the week. I think it was a Monday and a Wednesday. All we had was just the mats on the floor, and we had the 2 of those blue crash mats just leant up against the wall. But it was great crack. but compared to now, it's, you know, we have our own separate building where classes going throughout the day. The facilities are way better compared to what they were, and the numbers are just astronomical compared to the 5 regulars that used to come in, and they were all lunatics.
So you'd say we're more put together now?
Yeah, we're more put together now, but we still have a load of lunatics.
I've had a lot of, you can probably see there's loads of belts behind me. There's more belts than that as well, just we don't have them up there. We've had people medal the World Championships, gold, silvers, bronzes. We've competitions almost every second weekend at this point, so I can't even keep up.
My strongest area, I would say, is grappling. I love wrestling, but when I come here I feel like I'm terrible at wrestling, but then when I actually go compete I realise I am good. Everyone here is just outrageously good at wrestling, so it doesn't always feel that way.
Well, it was a jiu-jitsu gym I came from, MMA Cork, so jiu-jitsu would have been my strongest area. But as the years went by, you can't have a strong area anymore. If you want to get anywhere, you need to be good everywhere.
I always struggled to make my mind up because, I don't know, last year I thought striking was the best, and now I hate striking and I want to wrestle. Who knows, maybe I'll have a meltdown next week and love jiu-jitsu, so.
I have very different but similar approaches to the gym. Jack will have everything organised, and then we'll show up to training and just be a bit loose and be like, okay guys, let's do whatever we want, kind of more relaxed. And then Arann will be really, really disorganised with all the things going on in the gym, but then when he shows up to the class, he's like, it's this technique, we're doing it for this long, we're going to do it for this many weeks. So they're kind of polar opposites with how they approach things.
Fiadh is a great help as well. She helps out with the kids classes, intermediate classes. She can teach any of the advanced classes if I'm missing. She does a lot. To be honest now, I very much would be lost if she wasn't here helping me out at the moment.
It's very funny working with the two of them. Arann's the kind of big brain behind MMA Cork, you know, and he brings all his techniques, and Arann's brilliant to have around, you know. He's the serious mind in the gym, the main man, and everyone kind of looks up to him. He's great fun to make fun of as well. He's very easy to make fun of. Fiadh then is, I don't really like Fiadh.
You and Arann literally said the same thing like when I was recording this.
What's brilliant about Fiadh at the moment in the gym is she really makes it hard to be lazy, because she works harder than absolutely anybody. She's training and coaching all the time, and when you see her in there, you're like, oh, now I have to do something. So like she brings a great sense of motivation to everybody. So it's perfect for someone like me at the moment when I'm being lazy and loving the ice creams. And she doesn't put up with any of this shit either. So she's good crack.
I'm very lucky to be working with my family. I have a job in general. It's what I love to do, so I get to do that every day. And the fact that all my family do it as well, it's, you know, I'm very lucky every day to be able to do that. As corny as that sounds, and as much as they might wreck my head, I do appreciate it.
Terrible. Arann's a style like no other, sparring. If we were striking with him, disaster. It's like he has 2 extra limbs that he manages to hold onto stuff. Wrestling and jiu-jitsu, terrible for me, because he'll never let his younger brother win. He'll let kids beat him, but he'll never let me beat him. It's a disaster. Sparring Fiadh is, it's actually not great either. Fiadh will make it the most intense spar in the world while also being really controlled, but like, you'll be bait after it. This conversation has made me realise I need to sort myself out.
Training with Jack and Arann has to be the biggest love-hate relationship ever. I'm the youngest, so there is that part of me that just wants to kill them 24/7. Like, I want to win, and I'm never going to win.
Who do you dislike sparring more?
I hate sparring both of them.
Jack is just, I don't know how to put it into words what he's like. The most dangerous Jack is when he's actually training regularly and he's fit. Usually he just gets by on like natural talent, but he would have no fitness at least, and he'd be eating loads of junk food, so you know you can get by. He's currently in a stint where he's training really consistently, eating healthy and doing extracurricular strength and conditioning, so he's a nightmare to deal with now. It hasn't been ideal recently where the last year and a bit, we told Fiadh that she's allowed to swing for us as hard as she wants in striking. So that's not very enjoyable.
Arann might leave the rubbish bins for me to take. I don't like that. He leaves them on the side, I don't like that. I don't want to take them.
I can't escape them, so even when I go home I'm getting jobs to do all the time and they know I can't say no.
Your least favourite thing about working with family?
Nothing. They're just perfect.
Just the familiarity of it. It's such a relaxed situation for a business or a gym to run with family involved, and it just seems to work out for us, and it actually makes it fun and easy coming into the gym.
Like, coming to work is just like going home, which I don't know is a good or a bad thing.
I think they just kind of wonder where they went wrong, to be honest.
I think they didn't care. They did care when the lads were fighting, but I think for watching their daughter it's just a bit scarier. My mum will come to the fights and watch, and my dad won't. He just wants to know the result and that's it, he can't watch it.
My dad hates it. Mum seems to love it. She's always happy to go to the fights and be part of it and whatnot. She doesn't stress her as much as it does Dad.
Our dad especially just wanted someone to work in a normal area. They're supportive, but I'm sure they would have picked something else for us. Don't take yourself too seriously and just keep coming back. There's no secret ingredient. When you start, there's going to be people who are even better than you, but it's about who's still left when the dust settles, you know? So keep training and keep losing, because most people can't lose and keep coming back. It's all well and good when they're winning and things are easy, but when it gets difficult or when they don't improve as quickly as they used to, they give up. So if you can do that, you'll pretty much rise above everybody.
Just do it. Like, when you're waiting for the perfect situation, or I'm going to do it when I do this, or I'm going to do it when I'm a bit fitter, it's not as scary as you think it is. If you're a girl joining, just know the other girls are delighted that you're there, because there's never enough girls in gyms. We're very lucky to have girls in our gym, but we always want more. So never feel like you're going to rock up somewhere and they're going to think, why is this girl here? Realistically, there's going to be 1 or 2 girls already there that are over the moon that you're joining.
Not overthink starting, and not kind of put a plan in place where you're going to start by doing 6 days a week. It's the best thing to start is just plan on coming for the first day and just do the first day's training, and then think about the second day after that. But just do the first day, and if it's for you, it won't pass you. So that's my kind of main advice, really.
Perfect. Okay, thank you.
What's your favourite thing about working with family?
They're all right.
I've been training.
Let's do it all in one go.
I'm editing the video, so you can't tell me what to do.
Stop shuffling your feet.
Okay.
What is MMA Cork?
That's that's a very broad question, isn't it?
Okay.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's it.
Alright.
Yeah. Like, you don't need to have like a big ending or like anything like that, because you can just be like...
That's a hard question.
Yeah. Do a test and see what I look like. Because if I look like shit, I'm gonna delete it first.
Arann Maguire.
No, just say my name is.
My name is. Okay.
Like, introduce yourself.
My name is Arann Maguire. No,
Okay.
that was a weird one.
Okay, go again.
Did you watch the Eurovision this year? And if so, what were your thoughts?
Fuck off.
It's for you.
I have to go, like.
What?